today I'm going to show you how to get rid of those nasty treble hooks and put single hooks on. The single hooks is better for you and the fish. I don't know how many times I had a treble hook get in my hand with the fish still on it on the other end. It's not fun. Plus, it gets in the fish, it gets a mess. Use single hooks, it'll catch just as many fish. Today, I'm going to use my Z-Spender here. This is probably my favorite jerkbait. I love this jerkbait. It runs true in the water. You can rip it through high currents, fast currents, and it stays true. It doesn't roll or anything like that. This is by far my favorite jerkbait for small creeks, trout, and everything like that, bass. So I'm going to show you how to get these nasty little treble hooks off of here. Best thing to do here is just to get your fingernail underneath there and pop it right off. But here I am, just get my fingernail underneath there, pop the hook off of there, and just rotate it around a couple times, and the hook will come right off. So we're going to fast forward this part. Like I said before, these treble hooks are nasty for the fish and you. They get the fish a couple times. Usually if you hook them in the mouth, they swallow the treble hook or it's a mess, and you got to do more invasive hook removal. When you just use a single hook, it comes right out, and believe me, it doesn't really affect your catch rate. You still catch just as many fish. It's just safer for you and the fish. Like I said, I'm sure we all been there before when we hook a fish, especially a bass or a trout, and you try to grab a hold of it and he goes crazy, and next thing you know, you have a treble hook in your hand with a fish on the end of it, and it's not fun. All right, here we go. We got the treble hooks off, and we're ready to get the single hooks on here. One thing you want to do for sure is make sure your front single hook is facing downward, so it lays flat against the body when it's going through the current. You want that hook point facing downwards, like you see right there. That's how you want it to lay in the water. So you gotta make sure you put it on right. The best way to do it, to put the hooks on, is definitely with pliers. It works better than your fingernails, but when taking them off, definitely use your fingernails. It works better for me. I'm not sure why. It just does. So on the front hook here, I'm going to put this on here and make sure it sits right, and then we'll go to the back one. All right, that looks perfect. The hook shank is flat against the belly of the bait. The hook point's facing downwards, so when a fish bites it and gets the hook, you don't want the hook facing upward because it's going to sit against that body and the fish won't be able to grab a hold of it. So now let's go on the back part. The back part, we want the opposite. We want the hook facing upward. So when it runs through the water column, then they grab a hold of it, it hooks upward. All right, as you can see here, everything's good. The points are facing the right direction. This is safer for you and the fish, and it works just as good. Good luck, everyone, and tight lines.